Hello friends, this is Shifa. A huge welcome to all of you to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to talk on feminist criticism. But before that, we need to understand what is feminism and what is this movement all about. If you look at the previous ages, if you look at the history, you will see a lot of stories of oppression, of discrimination against women. And in today's era also, movements like Me Too movement have been putting out a lot of stories of women in which women have been oppressed or abused in some or the other way. So we'll start with the word feminism. This was coined by Charles Fourier. Okay, and the need for the feminist criticism was because of the political, the social, the psychological, and a lot more oppression against women. Okay, if you look at the Manusmriti itself, okay, there are various lines in the Manusmriti which is very disturbing, and because of which like few years ago it was burned down. There was this whole controversy of burning down Manusmriti. The reason was this: in Manusmriti there were few lines which was very controversial, where it was written, no matter what, even if a man is alcoholic, even if he's violent, even if he's intolerable, you have to be an obedient wife towards him. And this was very intriguing statement which made this whole controversy. So now we are going to start with the waves of feminism. We are going to understand it one by one and how it started, what was the reason behind this. So the first wave feminism started in the year 1700, and the reason for this movement paving a way was because of the inequality and the discrimination which women faced during that time. Women were literally asking for legal and political right. Yes, so they were asking, we as a citizen of this country, as a citizen of this society, why are we not getting as equal right as man? So they were trying to portray that we are none other than, we are no less than a man. Okay, आपने वो कहावत सुनी होगी, आई थिंक आमिर खान की कोई मूवी है, हमारी छोरी छोरों से कम है क्या, तो इट वाज द सेम थिंग. And the solution for this, the solution for discrimination which women demanded was emancipation. They were looking for equality. Okay, so and the one of the most important text in the first wave feminism is from Mary Wollstonecraft, A Vindication of Women Right. It was written around 1700 something. Okay, so you have to look at that book. That is going to help you a lot about what she has written and what were the issues at that period of time. The second wave feminism were actually talking about their oppression and the reason because of which they have been lacked opportunities. They were talking about it and they were asking liberation. They were asking equal opportunities. Okay, and they were simultaneously talking about the differences. Like, we do have our differences as a woman, as a between man and woman. There are a lot of differences, but we shouldn't be lacking any opportunities because of that. Okay, for the second wave feminism, the most important text you should consider is Simone de Beauvoir, The Second Sex, and how she talks about we as a woman are considered as second sex. Even if you see in any of our talks, we normally generalize men as, like, man shouldn't be doing this, man should do man. So man is the first sex and we are considered as a second text. Okay, a subordinate, a inferior text, and she has talked a lot about it. Then again, you can look out for Simone de Beauvoir. That's also an amazing writer to look forward to. Then came the third feminism. Now, what does the third feminism talked about? You know, the first feminism started with a very huge group, and if you look at every coming stage, every coming wave of feminism, it's getting, you know, precise. So in the third feminism, women are actually talking about inclusion, and women are talking about issues like marginalization. So you cannot say a white woman, a white upper class woman, have same issue as a Dalit woman who is coming from the third world country. Okay, so every woman have their own problems, every woman face their own problems, every woman have their own struggles. So accordingly, every woman should be included, should have their own story of struggle, should have their own equal opportunities to be given to talk about their own culture, their own struggle, their own language, and how what are the under what circumstances they were brought up, or what were the problems they faced, etc, etc. Okay, so the third feminism actually talked about marginalization, and the solution for this feminism was inclusion. Okay, so women were talking about including other women's, black women, many women from third world countries, like even Indian women have their caste based system. So Dalit women have been treated, even in nowadays also, in the contemporary world also, you can see a lot of Dalit women facing problems because of that. So these struggles need to be included, and the inclusion was the solution for third wave feminism. Now most of the people, I don't think, know that there is fourth wave feminism as well. Now answer me this question, like, are you concerned about how you look? Like, I'm talking especially to women, about your skin color, about your weight, about your makeup you wear. And if you see on the Instagram, there are a lot more people who are talking about. I regularly, like whenever I go on Instagram, I see a regularly post which includes there is this post called how did I go from this to this. So you can see the kind of appearance they show before and then afterwards, and the kind of definition of beauty have been portrayed. So if you look at this, you'll realize that women have been, like, they have been trained now to think in such a way that you have to look like this. And also if you simultaneously see at the Bollywood movies also, you'll realize that not all, like, there are movies in which women are leading and there are good roles for women as well, but if you see item songs and all of that, you will realize that women in nowadays has been created in such a way that like it's a pleasure for eyes, a sex object or something like that, you can say. So nowadays women have been oppressed in such a way, like they have been trained to think in such a way. And why is it happening, and through what this operation has been created? It's been created through social media. Okay, and we are like a pleasure to men's eyes, okay, men's gaze. And there are a lot of books written on this concept as well. I am going to search for it more. Like, I do have a list, but I don't have it right now, so I'm going to look for that, and I'll definitely share this with you. Okay. And if you look at the time at which the fourth feminism started was around 2008, and it was identified by Jennifer Baumgardner. So you can have a look at, like, you can look at how politically, how socially women have been, like, expected to be in a way. Okay, there are still many much oppression, like psychological oppression. If you see this also, this example which I gave you of Instagram, of the way we should be, the way we should have our attire, the way we should present ourselves, and going from this to this is again a psychological oppression. Most women don't even know they have been oppressed. So there are still need of this feminism. We really need this. We really need to be aware of our situation, of where we are coming from and how our situation is, and whether we are improving or not, whether we are really in control of this whole situation, this whole system or not. Okay, so this was all about feminism. Okay, and I gave you a very detailed explanation of what is difference between first, second, third and fourth wave. You can also opt for books which will help you learn more about these four waves. If you want that, I can also share in some of my next videos. Please do let me know. I think this is it. We are done with our today's video. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are going to meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.